All right. Hello. Hello. Welcome back, everyone. It's Davon Reed, CEO and founder of Investerr. We're a commercial real estate crowdfunding platform. And it's been a while since we've done our investor talks, but it's time to bring it back. And not only are we bringing it back, we have a dynamic couple. I met them last year, maybe. Yeah,
Oh, no, it's like a year and a half, almost 2 years ago.
Yeah.
it's almost 2 years ago. I'm telling you,
Yeah.
time flies when you develop in hotels. You know what I mean? And so,
Weird.
so yes, I would like to introduce you to Bruce and Kameko Burdine, because
Yes.
apparently for almost 2 years I've been saying it wrong and no one corrected me. Um,
What's the answer to it? Whatever.
yeah. For those who don't know, Investerr is, again, we're a commercial real estate crowdfunding platform where you can invest and raise capital. And we typically have investor talks with our funders, with different investors, so that way you can learn more about commercial real estate and just get to meet the funders that are going to be on the site. So welcome to our first almost international funders, pretty much. Bruce and Kameko. So Bruce and Kameko, let the world know who you are.
All right, guys, I'm Bruce. And this is my wife, Kameko.
Hi.
To let you know, we're both anesthesiologist assistants. So basically, we're anesthetists. Not basically, we are.
Yeah.
We are. But not a lot of people know what anesthesiologist assistants are. They always know what a CRNA is.
Yeah.
But we do the same job. We're in the medical field. We travel doing locum contracts around the world. And then we are also real estate investors.
Yep. So we started off our real estate journey with short-term rentals. And that was back in 2019, but we both had real estate experience before we started dating.
Correct.
And so we have a portfolio of short-term rentals, and we decided after the pandemic that we wanted to move on to something a little bit bigger.
Yeah, diversify a little bit.
And so that was part of the reason that we learned about Davon and got connected with her, because we were interested in both multifamily and commercial hotels, and her platform and learning about the Vaughn Group was the best way to learn, honestly. And have become limited partners in a couple of deals. And then we decided, hey, why don't we just jump right in
and be general partners?
And
y'all not only did y'all jump right in, y'all like swam across some water to get in. You're like, look, we're not gonna develop in the United States. We're gonna do something in the we're gonna do something international. But before we get to that, so basically your first investor were your two full-time jobs, correct?
Say it again.
Your first investor in your business or your real estate was your full-time jobs, correct?
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah, we self-funded all of our short-term rentals, both purchase and renovations, and all of the refinances as well. So that was all done through our 9-to-5.
Yeah.
And so with your experience in real estate and being limited partners and traveling the world, because you all travel a lot.
We love to travel.
That
is our number one passion outside of real estate and being an anesthetist. Every time we get a little break, we always travel. Try to travel around the world.
Yep.
So you combined, I love this. So you combined your favorite things, travel
and real estate.
And real estate.
I
didn't touch on food yet.
You're so much foodies.
We love food.
Y'all love good food, okay?
Good food.
And Bruce, you put me on Belize, and you was like, it's some good food there, that Belizean food. And I'm like, oh gosh. Because people always saying the food is so good, and you get there and you like, no. The food in Belize is absolutely amazing. I didn't have anything that was not good whatsoever.
Yep.
Whatsoever.
I love it.
So about your journey as far as into real estate and the food and the travel. So you're working on a project in Belize, but what led you to get to Belize, or even before you even got to Belize, what really made y'all think like, okay, you know what? We've done short-term rentals. Now we really want to move up and take a step into boutique hotels. Like, was it like y'all was traveling? Y'all was eating some food?
I think we were always traveling. I think the thing was that we were talking about our short-term rental portfolio.
Yeah.
And we're talking about buying another one and buying another one. And we just felt like we were buying one or two per year. And we're like, how can we scale this? How
Yeah.
can we do 4 or 5 short-term rentals? And then we started thinking about it. We're like, well, what's 5 short-term rentals?
But a little mini hotel.
It's like a little mini hotel. It's like combined 5 rooms. So first of all, we thought about doing like B&Bs.
Yeah, like a little bed and breakfast. Like true bed and breakfast where it comes with like, the little chef and all that kind of stuff and somebody to, manage it overnight. And
so that was the first thought.
That was the first thought. And we looked at some places in the US, but with immediately post-COVID, with the craziness of like how the market went insane, we felt like there wasn't a lot of profit margin in the US. That
with the rates going sky high.
Yeah.
It just made the margins kind of tough. So we were traveling, and so Kamiko's parents were retiring to Panama.
Yes.
And I knew that we would go visit them a lot. And I was like, instead of us like renting places, why don't we just buy a small condo in Panama? And we'll just have a place and we can rent it out when we're not there. A little international short-term rental. So I started looking at the places in Panama. And as I was searching Panama, I came across this country called Belize. And I went down the rabbit hole. I started researching, looking at the land, title ownership. I was looking at the capital gains tax. I was looking at property tax. And I was like, Kameko, you got to check this out. Look what I found.
And just even like initial cost to invest
was low.
Yeah. And it just, the more that we researched it and the more that we talked to people, the more sense that it made to move our investments outside of the US. So we went down there, toured a couple properties, bought our first 3 parcels, and then it kind of snowballed from there.
Well, even before that. Before West Key, we bought a commercial property.
Oh, yeah.
That was the very first one. So we saw this one property that had the best location. It's literally right on the corner of the Secret Beach main road. You had to pass this to get to anywhere. And I was like, Kameko, we have to buy this property. Like, it's literally the best location. It's right next to 2 of the most popular beach bars in Secret Beach, right? And this would be the perfect place to put our little bed and breakfast, our 5-room bed and breakfast. We're going to put it right there. And so we made an offer and we got that piece of land. And we're like, you know what? We can make it a little bigger. We can do 8 rooms.
Yeah, it's big. 8 rooms. Yeah, it's big enough for 8 rooms, but not too large that it's unmanageable. And then we got in contact with a couple more realtors, and we found out who owned the property next door and got that as a pocket listing. And then we were like,
so now we have 2 parcels next to each other. So we're like, well, let's make it bigger.
And then we were like, okay,
we're going to do 11 rooms.
Yeah.
And then we were talking to our architect that we found, Norma, who's with Anka.
And she was like, to make your numbers make sense, you probably should do at least 15 rooms. We were like, okay. So we started off with 15. And then when we got the first initial layout drawings back, we were like, these rooms are giant. They're giant rooms. They're at least like 600 square feet. And so we were like, we could make some of them a little bit smaller. And we ended up with a final number of 20 rooms. So that's how we graduated from short-term rental to 20-room boutique hotel.
I love this story because actually I was listening to someone the other day and they did a lot of short-term rentals and now they're in the boutique hotel space. And so the short-term rental market is not as strong as it once was because with the regulations and then some of the hosts, because it's just pretty much a marketing platform. So they don't really own the real estate, so they can't control it. So the fees are getting out of hand. I've heard stories where people had to cut the grass and do all type of stuff, and then people are like, I'd rather just go to a hotel and I don't have to worry about making them a bed kind of thing. Right. Yeah. And so people are starting to transition back into the hotel space, which leads to an opportunity. And people also want that curated experience, right? Which is what you are bringing to the table. So basically you're like, okay, this is what we've seen when we traveled and this is what we were like. And pretty much it sounds like y'all going to put it all together in you all's hotel in Belize with the food, right? Long as
Yes,
With the food.
with the food.
Because
So
believe it or not, we have a rooftop restaurant on top of the hotel.
long as
yeah,
you got
You're gonna have the food.
gonna have the food. So yeah, no, we have done a lot of traveling, and we've done everything from, you know, the 1-star places all the way up to 5-star. And
y'all
we
say
have,
that a 1-star? I'm very shocked.
Oh yeah.
yeah,
we,
some
we,
places that's all they got, you know.
That
I
is
mean,
true
we,
when
we
you
stayed
get
at
depending
we
on where
stayed at
you
Airbnb.
travel.
Yeah, we stayed at an Airbnb in Peru. It was sketch.
Oh man, it was so sketch. Like you went to go take a shower and the water was like pooling at your ankles, and you know, it was a little sketch. But they had a really nice dog at the reception, so that was a little,
That made up for it.
you know, a little
Yeah.
consolation. But yeah, so we have done the gamut. We've done the Airbnbs while we traveled. We've done 5-star luxury resorts, and I think with our experience as a guest, I always feel like you should start with what the guest experience is and work backwards and to make that work as a hotel, because at the end of the day, you don't have a business if you don't have guests.
Correct.
Absolutely. And I love how you're doing it as a couple, right? You know, there's a lot of couples that are doing things and you all are doing it, which I love. And I think it's absolutely beautiful. And y'all two are just such amazing, nice. And Kamiko's so cute. So everyone says that all the time.
Bruce is cute too.
Bruce is hilarious, okay? Bruce, it is never a dull moment. I'm like, can you just say that? And he did, and it's so hilarious. I'm like, is he serious? Because you get me all the time. So I'm like, wait, did I fall for it again? God dang it, I fell for it. No, but I do love the fact. Thank you again for introducing me to Belize. And so a lot of people, I'm starting to see it now more and more on, you know, social media, where people are thinking about and traveling to Belize and wanting to invest in Belize. And there's a lot of opportunities to invest. And it seems like that Belize, they're putting together the infrastructure for people to come in to invest.
Yes.
So how can people find you, Bruce and Kameko?
So we have our YouTube channel called Blasian Station. We post videos on there. There's stuff about the boutique hotel. There's stuff about our other real estate investments, and then also our travels that we take around the world. And then
you can message us on Instagram at Blasian Station also.
Mm-hmm.
So why Blasian Station?
Because
I know why,
Blasian.
but other folks should know.
A lot of people don't know what Blasians are.
Okay, yeah.
Blasian is a hybrid word for black and Asian.
Yeah.
Okay.
Right? Because I'm half black and half Korean.
And I'm half black, half Caribbean Chinese.
So I knew that, but not everybody knows. So I don't like to assume anything, because somebody will be like, well, what's that? So that to save the time from them Googling it, they can just go to your YouTube, right? So that is great. So we can find you on YouTube. We can find you on Instagram. That is absolutely amazing. Well, thank you all so much for tuning in to our investor talks. I can't believe it is about to be 2025.
Oh my gosh. It's gone by so fast.
I know. So make sure you follow Investerr. We are on Facebook, not on Instagram yet, YouTube, and LinkedIn, so you can stay up to date for future events and investment opportunities. And we thank you all so much for tuning in. And you all will have, hopefully you all will have an amazing rest of 2024 and a prosperous 2025.
Yep.